Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the week of September 20th. Now Cancer, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Cancer, just a friendly reminder, the only place you can get anything from me is my website, zaneintuitive.com. Make sure you're using the link below. I'll never ask you for money or ask you for a reading either via email, YouTube, or Instagram. I do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Same goes to my Patreons. But see what we have here for you, Cancer. All right. Make sure everything's in view, and we'll get right into this for you. Energy on the bottom, you have the Two of Swords. So this is somebody feeling like they are blindfolded or they're blinded about a situation, something that happened here that didn't go your way. Okay, you're now in the crossroads, you're now in the crossfire here, and deciding on how to handle it. This can indicate emotional daggers being thrown between you and another. These swords I view as daggers, right? And with that, it can come up, and you even see the blue here in the card. Associate this with the throat chakra, issues around that area, indicating that you feel like you need to say something to someone, but it's hard right now. It doesn't mean that you can't, it's just that you're feeling restricted in that area, something around speech, typically around an injustice, something that was done to you. And so I feel like there's a war of words here. I know that's a bit of a challenging sort of introduction to this reading, but there is a turnaround in the future. This situation will heal. Either you or the other person or both of you will heal from the situation, and it will get better, okay? So let's just keep that in mind. Now, I'm picking up here right away. We have this Four of Wands. It's between you and a partner, probably somebody that you're married to or a long-term partner, someone maybe you're engaged to or something like that. With this Four of Wands, this traditional card of marriage, marital affairs, anything like that. You can see the family here, also card of family. You can see the family in the sort of ceremony here. It also talks about foundations and achievements being set or laid here, some sort of groundwork being done. However, I'm just going to be honest. I mean, the combination here in this current situation is cheating. Yeah, that's what I feel like might be going on for some of you. Now, there could just be, if it's not that dramatic, there is a, how do I say this? Some sort of argument being had between you and another. And I'll tell you in the future what looks to, how that's going to be turning around. It looks like it's going to work out in the end. So let's go ahead and just get right into this. So in the past, you have the Death card. You have this paired with the Five of Swords and the Chariot. There's you showing up, Cancer. So it's very important in a reading like this that you understand that this is not literal death and dying, okay? That's not what this card's about. This is transformation. This is the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio takes things and turns them into something else. Your life here might be transforming based on something from the past, okay? And so it's this idea of going through like a sort of metamorphosis. What I really want to point out to you here is diagonally, you have the Death, Four of Wands, and the Temperance card. This is a turnaround, okay? This is going to be a healing situation for you, okay? Because the Temperance card comes after the Death card, and I'll get into more of that as we go along here. But it's a nice diagonal based on the cards dealt here. So you're headed in the right direction. And that may be hard to see right now with that beginning statement, but that's what I feel like is going on here. You have this Five of Swords, some sort of loss, conflict, defeat in your life here. You see this person's down, they're waving the flag, but they're not out, okay? This is not the Ten of Swords. This is recoverable. This is a recoverable situation. That's why I feel like perhaps it's not as dramatic as cheating, but I don't know, we'll see here, because we have the Chariot as well, which is you, Cancer. This is somebody who is triumphant and victorious, though. They are using self-discipline. They're using their hard work to achieve a victory. They even travel by vehicle or travel by car, short distance travel, something like that happening here. It's also the idea that as above, so below. As it is done in the universe, it is done down here. So as you put the work in, you get rewarded and results. And I feel like this is going to work out in divine favor and in divine timing as it's supposed to. And I think that's the message here. But there's been a major situation that happened. You have the Three of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Devil. So this is a classic 1, 2, 3 combination of heartbreak, divorce, separation, lying, cheating. Okay? And it just is what it is if you are... But there's always something to look on the bright side for in these readings. And remember, this is not like this is not a death sentence here, okay? This might not be your timeline, and there are always things that you can take away from this. For example, the Three of Swords could just mean heartbreak in general, okay? It could mean that you're dealing with an emotional situation, and it's providing you with an opportunity to reassess and see where you should go from here. The thing is, it's with the Marriage card, and so this is a card this is a combination of divorce and separation. Devil can indicate cheating. It can indicate temptations, lower tendencies like that, anything like that. But the Devil is really a card of our shadows. It's what we don't tell to other people. It's the hidden things, the hidden side of ourselves that other people don't know about. And so on the other hand, you could be suspecting, or you could be, the word is that I'm looking for is suspicious of a partner at this time. And so it might not be that they cheated. It might not be that they've done this. It could mean that you are suspicious because of this Two of Swords here. You're not seeing the whole picture. And that is another thing. So just keep that in mind, that first of all, this might not be your timeline. So if this is not resonating, go do something else, is what I always say when there's a reading like this. Like, don't let this lower your vibe. But for some of you, for most of you, this is ultimately going to work out, because you have this really positive diagonal. Yeah, it starts off with a challenge here with the Death card, but then it goes into the marriage foundations and achievements, and then it comes into the Temperance card. So the Temperance in this case is a turnaround, because it provides healing after transformation, because that goes 13 into 14. And to have this diagonally is really nice. You're balancing out your fire and your water here. You're what is the other word? You are just coming to a period of moderation. And I do feel like there's going to be information that comes to the surface here that helps you understand. You'll know how to handle this. You have the King of Cups as well. It could mean that someone comes in to offer you a solution or help you see something in a new way. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or a water sign that's a little bit narrow. This is also a Cancerian masculine here, or it could be any water sign, but I typically say Cancerian masculine. And then you have the Cancer card with the Chariot. And you also here have the World, which is the completion of a cycle. Something ending, but also a new beginning, a very positive card. This is a big victory, because it means you've come to the end of the major arcana. And so this road is leading you to a victory. And the thing is, right now in between here, there's a challenge. And it's all about how you handle this challenge, or how this challenge works out. But I feel like it's going to work out with the Temperance and the World in the future. So let's go ahead and start to get some clarity here, if I have not lost you. So if you're enjoying this video so far, do hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow, helps get the word out, spread the message. There's also a bell below this video, which will show up after you hit subscribe. If you click that bell, you'll never miss an update from me. And lastly, Cancer, really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. So we have this card that wanted to pop out. It's actually my favorite card in this Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. Powerful card I've noticed in my personal life and in other readings for other people. Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. There's information coming to the surface here. There's something coming to light here. The truth is coming out about somebody. They're going to reveal something to you, that something happened, or it might be happening already. But there could also be the blindfold being removed and your suspicion may be wrong, is also what I want to offer to some of you. You have the Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. So, card of combining parts, alchemizing something, creating something for yourself, manifestation, and look, Lady Portia, divine order, do what you feel is right, an important lesson is unfolding. That's the divine scales there in this oracle deck. It's, if you're involved in a legal situation, it's like the universe having your back, the universe taking care of you, looking after you. You have no and not the right time. Interesting. So I do feel like, let's get some clarity here. Let's get at least one or two more cards on this one. Take action. Okay, this is what I suspected was happening. Remain positive, the situation will improve. So it's almost like someone has a suspicion here. And for some of you, it might just literally be wrong because of the Two of Swords. Like there's something with the throat chakra. I almost feel like truth is being revealed, okay? Like you are either confronting someone or someone's confronting you, or there's some, maybe even, you know how I said like war of words? It could also be a literal miscommunication. Could be literal miscommunication going on here. Let's see what else. All right. High Priestess. Okay, that's very interesting that we got that card. The King of Pentacles and the Strength card. The reason I say that is the High Priestess is hidden knowledge coming to the surface. It's what you can't see coming in because it is the most intuitive card in the tarot. It's the divine feminine, which is the intuitive side of ourselves that we all have. And, you know, around the Death card, it's like someone's going to say like, hey, you know, this is what's been going on. There's been something going on here. If anything, this is like amicable or something like that. I know it's like crazy to say that when we have this combination here, but yeah, I mean, I feel like you're going to be able to, like, you're going to have an understanding, and most importantly, there's going to be a conversation or a situation that happens here that completes the cycle, which really you need to think about it this way, Cancer. This is releasing yourself. Okay, you are being released from this, and it's going to allow you to move forward. The King of Pentacles and the Strength card, have courage right now. Some of you dealing with masculine energy here. There's actually both on the board, but yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Let's see what else we have here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice card. Okay. Wow, and the Devil coming in twice. Okay. Wow. So I get that there's some sort of addictive tendency or a cheating scenario here with the Devil twice. Something going on that's sort of lower vibrational, if you will, to get that clarifying itself. That's doubling down that somebody is being tempted right now. The Justice card is a legal situation. Some of you are going through a divorce. Some of you are going through a separation. With that coming to clarify the Four of Wands and the Three of Swords above it. Thing is, there's a settlement here involved with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles indicates paperwork, documents, doing something like that, doing the busy work, but it's also, the Ace of Pentacles is a really nice start because nice card because it's a new start in the material. Could mean new money coming in, just a new beginning. Sometimes this happens. It doesn't mean you shouldn't feel. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be upset. I'm not saying that. You should definitely take time to heal, and I do see you doing that with the Temperance card. Yeah, look, 10 of Swords and ending, 6 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. But the thing is, double aces here. The thing is, at the end of this, you are headed to where you've always, in divine timing, were going to be heading. Or at least in the sort of divine timeline is what I should say. Your timeline here is moving forward. It's moving ahead because you have this Six of Swords, sailing to new shorelines. You can see that the waters are choppy. I'm not saying it's not going to be easy, but you are sailing to a new place, and this is going to feel like a transition or a rite of passage. There's a cycle being completed with the Ten of Swords and the World card under it, and there's a potentially painful ending, but it also offers you a chance to release yourself from what's no longer serving you. And the Ten of Swords also provides you with new hope, new optimism in the future. The worst is behind you when you get the Ten of Swords. But the thing is, the Temperance card and the Ace of Swords, okay, I'm just going to say that some of you are going to find like a alternative healing practice, or a some of this is my intuitions picking up on like a group of people, maybe even like a therapist or somebody that's going to help heal you. With the Ace of Swords and the Temperance card, you're getting a breakthrough in healing. Okay, you're getting a mental clarity about something with that Ace of Swords and the Temperance. And it's going to feel very good. It's going to feel like, wow, I can't believe I was with this other situation or this other person for that long. And it's going to be like, wow, there's something coming in around healing for you. It might even be like alternative, like acupuncture or qigong, reiki, yoga, even something like that comes in and heals you. You have courthouse, more legal situation, thoughts, imprisonment, false person, change, and distant horizons. I was going to say that we'd probably get false person or thief in here, and we did. It's just, I don't feel like anyone's going to jail. I don't read the imprisonment card that way. I feel like the imprisonment card for me is being trapped in a situation, but that's gone. Okay, that's gone because the Ten of Swords which is an ending, and the World is around it. Plus you have the Six of Swords, which means you're sailing to a new place. Distant horizons. Look, this is coming on top of, or clarifying, the Ace of Swords and the Temperance card, meaning that in the near future here, you are getting something better that's coming in for you, and it's going to feel good. It's going to feel new and innovative and fresh, and it's ultimately this change here that's coming in. You've probably thought a lot about this. You probably had, I feel like you've thought a lot about this, and this change is coming in. There's maybe court situations happening, maybe legal situations happening, paperwork being done, but very challenging reading, very deep reading. But I hope this resonates. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.